Hi, it's Dag Reads back with a Friday library haul. I went and picked up books twice this week, on Monday and then again on Wednesday. Um, I had a number of books on hold with them, and as per usual, they came in kind of all at once, both on my card and my son's card, so I'll just go through those real quick. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books that came in this week. Probably not going to get to any of these next week. It'll probably start reading these ones the week after that. The first book is How to Read Literature Like a Professor by Thomas C. Foster. I read 1 or 2 books like this a year. There's certainly nothing wrong with looking for ways to improve how you read, for what the content is really all about. You know, it's always about whatever the story is, but for ways to pick out other themes and messages in the writing is always kind of fun to read about those kind of things, and to just expand horizons to get more out of what you read. And then this is all over the place right now, Ready Player One. So I thought I would give this a shot. And this is by Ernest, Cline. Based on what I've heard about it and what I read briefly on the jacket, real world equals shit, virtual world equals awesome. So people are playing this utopian game where they can be anything they want and go anywhere they want. But as another part of the game, there's a contest of sorts, some kind of lottery where there are prizes, and the main character gets involved in trying to win this prize, and then mayhem ensues. But people are either saying really good things about it or really bad things. Mostly I've heard good things, and it just sounds like an interesting idea, so I thought I would give that a shot. Next one is kind of the same thing, as I've seen it on a number of channels recently, and that is The Bird Box by Josh Malerman. And this is a horror book, and it on the little corner here it says Best Book of 2014. So I've totally missed the boat on that. So the premise seems to be that there's something you're not supposed to see, and if you see it, it drives people mad. And so now we're in the world after this thing you can't see is around, and it appears to be about a woman and her 2 children, and it's a story that weaves the past and the present together, how they got where they are, and how they're going to get where they want to go afterwards. It sounds like an interesting premise, and again with this, on this one I've heard an equal amount of good recommendations and an equal amount of I really hated this book. So not sure where I will fall on that spectrum, but I do love horror, so there's a good chance I'll fall into the hey, I like this book kind of side. And my son read the synopsis, and he said he may read it as well, so we shall see. The next book on my list that we checked out this week is The Cuckoo's Calling. I did not realize this, but apparently Robert Galbraith, the author, is in fact J.K. Rowling, which I found out when I finished reading the inside cover. This is a PI novel whose life is falling apart, who is hired to solve a mystery where someone has supposedly committed suicide, but the person does not think it's suicide, and then with the ultra rich, where the normal rules do not apply. So probably late next week for that one, getting a start on it, or possibly the week after. This one I have now checked out twice, and I just keep not getting to it. Wolf by Wolf by Ryan Graudin. I've only heard good things about this. It's an alternative history as near as I can guess. World War II and Hitler themed, and it's trying to assassinate Hitler. So that one is a YA, and I have only heard good things about it, so I do want to read it because I've heard so many good things about it. And the last book on my list this week is The Murder House by David Ellis and James Patterson. And what I think that means is that David Ellis wrote this, and they're just using James Patterson's name to sell it. I just liked the title. It came up, I was looking for something else, and it came up in the search. Whatever I was looking for, which I didn't write down, my library did not have, and this title is in no way related to what I was searching for. I think the libraries just started suggesting things to me when they don't have the book I want, and sometimes they're related to my search and sometimes they're not. The Murder House is a beach house in the Hamptons, and apparently it's cursed. So when you put cursed house and beach house together, I'm kind of intrigued by that, because I don't think of a beachfront house as being cursed or haunted, and certainly not in the beachfront in the Hamptons. I'll be interested to see where that goes, but those are my 6 books for the week, and you'll hopefully see some of these in weekly wrap-ups in a few Mondays from now. Have a great whatever time of day it is for you, and I will see you next time. Bye!